What do you get when you mix 68 gallons of orange blossom honey with 54 pounds of flour, as well as 3 pounds of gingerbread spices, and of course 24 magical bakery cast members? You get a gorgeous gingerbread house display that is inspired by the boardwalk. Hello magical humans, I'm Kenzie, and today I am at Disney's BoardWalk Inn to show you the most magical Christmas transformation and makeover on earth. I'm going to show you everything there is to see at Disney's BoardWalk Inn for Christmas, including that gorgeous gingerbread house display. It has tons of details and Easter eggs, and I can't wait to show them all to you. I'm also going to show you all of the Christmas decor and, of course, most importantly, all of the Christmas themed snacks. We have a lot to cover, so let's get this magic started. The gingerbread house display is inspired by the Boardwalk Deli that is just steps away from the BoardWalk Inn Resort. The first thing that you see is a Mickey-shaped wreath with a bunch of names on it, and those are the names of all of the different cast members who contributed to this year's displays. The first thing that you see is a Mickey-shaped wreath with a bunch of names on it, and those are the names of all of the different cast members who contributed to this year's displays, so that's really special. And then you can also see a really fun and beautiful Boardwalk Happy Holidays sign, and you can just tell how much effort went into every little detail on this display, and it is truly so remarkable that this thing is made out of gingerbread. On the left-hand side, you can see that there is the bakery portion that you actually see at the Boardwalk Deli near the hotel, and you can see Mickey and Minnie in the kitchen, and Mickey is even spinning in the bakery, and he also has some Mickey-shaped cookies on his little tray, which is so cute. And then there's also a little whiteboard on there as well, and you can see different things on there. And then you can see tons of other displays for treats too. Oh, and you can even see Cinderella Castle, like a gingerbread version of that Minnie is working on, and that is absolutely adorable. The trash cans are even themed to the boardwalk, which is so cute and such a fun touch. You can see silhouettes of several of the characters in the windows too, which is super cute. And the cuckoo clock on the display actually works. So every hour, Orange Bird will pop out, which is also so cute. Most people don't realize that because obviously you have to be here at exactly the right time in order to catch that detail. Luckily, I caught the cuckoo clock on the hour earlier in the day, so I wanted to insert this clip so that you could see it. It's really easy to miss if you don't know what's happening, but Orange Bird appears and chirps a little. It's so cute and such a fun and cool detail. All right, it's time to go back to our tour of this beautiful gingerbread house in real time. And then you can see the deli side, and even the signs are exactly the same as the ones that you see outside. And for those that don't know, the Hugh G. Razanaut, I have such a hard time saying that. He is the proprietor. Obviously, I have a hard time saying that as well. But if you say it slowly, it is a pun for huge croissant. So I think that is really funny, and you can obviously see the same name on the window as you can downstairs outside of the deli. So that's another really cute touch. Even on the Christmas trees, you can see like various Mickeys and treats on there, and they're absolutely so gorgeous as well. There's also another Christmas wreath on this side of the display, and it has tons of like Mickey-shaped treats and things like that to see as well. And you can see more of the gingerbread shingles and all of that, which is super nice. And you can also even see the lights in a coil kind of at the side. That's like around the building. I just feel like all those little touches are truly so fun and so beautiful. The gingerbread display is made from 68 gallons of orange blossom honey, 54 pounds of flour, 6 pounds of powdered sugar. 24 bakery cast members brought this magical display to life. There's also 5 pounds of egg whites, 18 pounds of fondant, 3 pounds of gingerbread spice, 2.5 pounds of eggs, and 280 collective hours of decorating. And you can tell that every single hour went into this display with how beautiful it is. There are also some opportunities where you can meet some of the pastry chefs, and so if there is one that day, there will be an easel right next to it and outside of it, so you can see what time that's happening if you'd like to do that as well. And you can ask them questions and, you know, just share your gratitude. So that part's really cool too. And most importantly, there are a lot of Christmas treats to enjoy here as well if you are looking for any. So let's take a look at what they have. As far as merch is concerned, they have this really beautiful BoardWalk gingerbread inspired ornament that has Daisy and Donald on it. I'm not sure if you can tell in the video, but it is super sparkly and it is so fun. And the ornament is $24.99 if you are curious. Here is another one for you to see. So beautiful, such a fun little keepsake that you can put on your tree every year. They also have the Mickey mugs here, which you can find other places, but it is nice that they have them here too. And then they also have some pins for sale. They have the BoardWalk gingerbread house pin, and I believe Donald comes off. I think it's a pin-on-pin situation, and it's the 2025 version of that. And then they also have the gingerbread house that they've had at the other resorts that have gingerbread displays as well, with all of the different icons of the different resorts that have gingerbread house displays. All right, so this one is $22.99. That's the BoardWalk inspired one. And then the one with all of the icons and such is $19.99 if you are curious. And then they also have the ornament down here again as well, which we've already seen. And then as far as treats are concerned, there are ginger snap cookies and Mickey shaped sugar cookies. They look delicious. And you can tell Minnie and Mickey is on the sugar cookie as well, which is super cute. And then they have Mickey caramel corn cookie. That is adorable. And then traditional Italian cookies. And it has like the BoardWalk logo on it, which is super cute. And then they also have the gluten-friendly gingerbread Mickey cookie. And then they also have holiday chocolate bars as well. So lots of great options. And then you can also see the hot chocolate back there. And then you can also see the different flavors that you can add in as well if you would like to make it a little bit more festive. They also have alcohol that you can add in if you want to into your hot chocolate. So they have Bailey's Original Irish Cream with amaretto liquor, I think is the way that you pronounce it. And then they also have peppermint schnapps if you're interested in that as well. There's also beautiful Christmas decor in here, so let's take a look at it. It is all just like very vintagey, kind of circusy sort of inspired, really like BoardWalk inspired, so I'm excited for you to see it. While we are looking at all of the beautiful Christmas decorations in the lobby, I did want to give you a little bit of a word of warning. If you do come to any of these resorts that have gingerbread displays at Walt Disney World during the holiday season, know that it will be extremely crowded. So make sure that you pack your patience. Of course, if you come earlier in the morning before the crowds get going, you may kind of be able to view everything with lower crowds, which is nice, or maybe even later in the evening. But during the daytime hours, and really even just like during the normal evening hours, it is going to be extremely crowded. So just know that everyone wants to see the beauty of the Christmas season, of course, and I can't blame them. Obviously, I'm one of them, so I totally understand. And with that also comes another pro tip and advice I like to give a lot of people that are considering coming to Walt Disney World during the holidays. If it will bother you, if there are tons of people at your resort that are not staying at your resort, and if crowds are going to bother you and those types of things, then I recommend staying somewhere where there is not a gingerbread display happening. It is so magical to stay at a resort that has one. You get to see it multiple times per day, and it's kind of like the creme de la creme of the Christmas resorts at Walt Disney World, if you will, but it does get very, very crowded, and people generally do hang around, like me, of course, like I'm doing today. People may want to get a treat and they sit down and they eat it, or they may decide to pair it with a restaurant restaurant or a quick service at the resort while they're there. And they tend to hang around and look at the different Christmas displays and decorations and walk around. So there are a lot of people at these resorts with the gingerbread displays, so just know that. And if it's going to bother you, then choose a different resort at Walt Disney World. You cannot go wrong with any of them because they are all decorated for the Christmas season and they are all beautiful and unique in their own way. As you can tell, Disney was extremely intentional with all of the decorations that they have chosen for the BoardWalk Inn. It fits absolutely perfectly. The color scheme is the BoardWalk color scheme. I love the vintage toys and just the BoardWalk feel that all of these ornaments and like little toys have. It is truly so special, and Walt Disney World is always special, but it's somehow even more magical during the Christmas season, and I highly recommend that everyone puts it on their bucket list at least once. I know it's so hard to come during the holidays and the trips are expensive and things like that. When it's crowded, a lot of people don't like to come, but trust me when I say it is truly the most magical thing you'll ever see in your entire life. It is so beautiful and it is so worth seeing in person. These videos do not do it justice, but I love the magic and I love sharing the magic with all of you, and I want to make sure that you can see it all just like you would be if you were here with me in person. And that's why I like to walk around and show you all the little details and take all the time to just truly look at everything. So I hope you love the details as much as me. And of course, you cannot forget the nightmare fuel, the nanny chairs at the BoardWalk Inn. Ugh, they give me the heebie-jeebies every time. When you enter the front lobby, you are greeted by beautiful Christmas decor, so let's take a closer look. I will tell you what, Disney knows how to make a statement, especially in their entryways, and I absolutely adore what they have done for the BoardWalk Inn. This wreath is massive and it has tons of little vintage toys in it, and it is seriously so cute and so perfect. And then of course there is also really large, beautiful hanging garland, and all of the little details again are so vintagey, so fun, so perfect for the boardwalk. And all of this decor is so beautiful during the day, but it's also extremely gorgeous at night. It's so fun to see it during both the day and the night, but I know most people have to pick one or the other, and it's always such a hard choice. I also love these miniature trees that are kind of flanking the entryway. They match the larger trees, which is the perfect touch. Pretty much every square inch of this resort is covered in beautiful decorations, and it's just so stunning and so beautiful to see around every corner. So of course, I will show you what this section has to offer. I am over by Bellevue Lounge, which is the bar area at the BoardWalk Inn. It's a great place to stop in if you are looking for a cocktail or a mocktail while you're on the boardwalk. It has a beautiful inside portion, and then it also has a patio that overlooks the boardwalk, so it is a beautiful place to enjoy your beverage. There are also several other places where you can get a drink if you would like one on the boardwalk. One of our all-time favorites is Abracadabra. So that's another great place to stop if you are looking for a drink for your trip to Walt Disney World. I will warn you that the options on the boardwalk tend to get crowded, so make sure you pack your patience. Believe it or not, there is even more Christmas decor to see outside as you are kind of walking through the boardwalk area. And so I'm going to show all that to you now. There's so much beautiful garland to greet you as you enter the BoardWalk Inn from the boardwalk side of the resort. One thing I want to mention, because I feel like a lot of people don't know this, is that the boardwalk actually has performers. Unfortunately, there's no set schedule for them, and it depends on the season, on if they'll even be out or if they won't be out at all, and the days can vary and the times can vary, and it's just a very various kind of situation. However, if they are going to be out, they usually start performing around 6 to 6:30, and they usually will perform around until 10 to 10:30-ish, but that can vary as well, just so you are aware. They are all very talented and they do a lot of different acts and they all rotate. You can see things like professional jump ropers and jugglers and singers and human statues and all sorts of really fun things, and it's a great thing to pair with going to see the Christmas decorations at the BoardWalk Inn, or if you're here during a different time of year, just to stop by maybe on an Epcot night or something like that to check them out. There is also a pretty large tree outside that is vintage inspired, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this vintage inspired tree. I love the white tinsel and the larger than life ornaments on it. There are so many fun details to appreciate, just like everything else, so I will give you a view of it all so you can appreciate it with me. As you can probably tell, this is on the lawn right outside of the BoardWalk Inn, essentially on the boardwalk, and this is a great spot if you have little ones that need to run off some extra energy. This is a great spot for them to do it. You can probably see a lot of kids in the background doing it. I always do my best not to get a ton of kids in my shots, but I can't really help it right now, as you can tell, because there are just too many. So anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, if you are looking to pair your experience at the BoardWalk Inn with a dining experience, there are tons of great options on the boardwalk. One of our all-time favorite hidden gem restaurants is located on the boardwalk. It's an Italian restaurant. I can't say the name without butchering it, so I'm gonna put it in the corner for you, but just know that that is one of the best restaurants at Walt Disney World, and I cannot recommend it more. There's also the Cake Bake Shop, which is a fan favorite. It is kind of like a fancier meal, but if you don't wanna do that whole thing, there's also a bakery side where you can just get some of the bakery items if you prefer to do that as well. So lots of good options for you. Well, friends, that's a wrap on the magical Christmas transformation at Disney's BoardWalk Inn. Let me know what your favorite detail was that we saw today from the gingerbread house or just from the overall Christmas decorations in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. For those that don't know, this is actually a series where I go all around Walt Disney World to show you the magic of the Christmas season. So make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. It would also mean so much to me if you would consider hitting that like button if you enjoyed today's video. Also, a huge heartfelt thank you to all of my patrons, because without them this channel would not exist. If you would like to consider joining us, the link to join will be in the description below. I share a lot of behind the scenes content over there, and we like to have a lot of fun together. Until next time, I'm Kenzie. See you real soon.